You have to be spontaneous sometimes. You can't be scheduled all the time. That would drive everybody crazy. So certainly there are moments when I'll allow myself to kind of lose track of time a little bit if I'm, hanging out with my friends or if I'm watching a movie with my sister. It's important to enjoy your life, but finding balance is really important. And if you are someone like me who likes to be involved in multiple activities, it is very important that you schedule them, because if you commit to something, it's not fair to other people. If you promise you'll be there and you break that promise and you're not there. A few months ago, my friend was just having a birthday party and we all had to be there at 5 o'clock, and it's 4:30 and I haven't showered or changed my clothes or done my hair, and I forgot to walk the dog, and all these different things that I kind of forgot to do because I procrastinated as usual. And it was 5:15 by the time I got out the door, and I'm looking down at my cell phone, checking the time as I'm driving, and I'm making a right turn, and I totally forgot that there was no turn on red and another car was coming, and I almost got in a huge accident. So, thank the good Lord that I'm still here. And if I had just planned, if I had just been 15 minutes earlier, just making that one little adjustment really could have been the difference between life and death, and that was very scary for me. Sometimes it takes a wake-up call for someone to realize that they're a big-time procrastinator. As I head off for college, I'm making even more of an effort to not become a procrastinator, because I know I'm going to have an even greater workload to handle. I try to write things down a lot. I make tons of to-do lists. Post-it notes are plastered all over the walls of my room and my notebooks and everything. And I recently got a little day planner, a little calendar, and I just write all my events down for that. I also have a bulletin board in my room, and I just tack up reminders to myself. But taking simple steps like I've begun to do, just start writing things down, or even getting a family member to help remind you of something, it definitely helps.
I think it's really important to find a balance, to be able to get your work done but still have some fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, what about you guys? What are some ways that you're able to find balance and not wait till the last minute to complete your tasks?
Something that I learned in health class that helps me is, I'll come home and I'll take a half-an-hour break, I'll get changed, I'll relax, and then I'll go and do homework for an hour, and I'll take another half-an-hour break and relax, so that you don't just take all your relaxation time and then do all your work in once. You spread it out.
For me, it's really hard because during the school year I have play rehearsal. So Monday through Wednesday I have rehearsal, so I can't do my homework right after school because I don't go home right after school. I get home at 10 or 11. So if I have downtime and during the rehearsal, I'll do my homework then. And that way the workload is less when I have to go home and I want to go to sleep.
It's kind of hard for me to find a motivation to do something. I mean, sometimes if I have to do my homework and I know the project's done, I'll be like, oh, okay, well, how can I make this fun? And so I try to motivate myself a little bit, but it really doesn't work out a lot of the time.
Yeah. I had this history teacher, this past semester, and he would give us pages and pages and pages and pages to outline. And it became really hard, and I'd be doing it the last minute and procrastinating and everything. And then after a while I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it when he first assigns it, weeks before it's due. And sometimes he'd give us time in class to work on it. Instead of just playing games on my computer, I'd take the time to start working on it. Mm-hmm. And I had it was so much less stressful, and I had so much more time to focus on other classes too, because I was just getting ahead in this stuff. I think it's really important to definitely get ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you procrastinate telling people something, something really important, have your friend and you just don't know how the right words you're going to use or how you're going to say it. So then you just procrastinate and then things never get said.
When we're bombarded with commitments, expectations, fears, worries, and anxieties,
we can sometimes lose sight of God in our lives.
We don't look to Him for help to get us through.
We forget to rely on prayer to help us.
Let's see if the teens on the street find faith and prayers help them not to procrastinate.
I can't say that it does, although I do put off going to church sometimes, if I'm tired or have too much work to do. And I guess in that sense that procrastination affects my faith, which is even worse.
God comes first and stuff, and I think that I put Him before a lot of stuff, and that makes me put things off sometimes.
Have you found prayer to be helpful to prevent some of your procrastination?
It does, yeah.
Not really. I have not found prayer to be helpful in my procrastination.
No, not a specific one, but I guess I should, I don't know.
It can help sometimes.
Yeah, prayer does help in procrastination.
If I get really anxious over a test, if I get really anxious over homework, it usually helps me.
I've been starting to do that lately, and it's been working.
Actually, I have not tried prayer as a solution to procrastination, but I'll give it some thought.
Well, next, Ashley tells us how her priorities help her with procrastination.
And how her youth group experience, her faith, and her prayer life also help her with this.
The three most important are faith, family, and friends. That's what I found, and that's what's led to my greatest happiness, is really keeping those three before anything else. It's often difficult to decide what is and what is not important in life, especially when you're a teenager and you're trying to figure out who you are as a person. It's really hard to set your priorities. It's difficult to find the time to attend my youth group meetings every Sunday, but I make that a priority, and it definitely brings me back to focus and to realize what's important, because I get so distracted during the week. So many things going on in my life that I forget what's really important. Just going to youth group on Sunday night and just being with my friends and realizing how lucky I am and how fortunate I am to even be able to enjoy all those things, it's really been very important, and it's helped me not become a procrastinator, because I see if I want more time to enjoy those things, and I should not put things off like I intend to do. The quickest way to achieve your goals or to accomplish something is to be focused and to not be distracted. My faith actually does influence me when it comes to procrastination. I know people will have difficulty seeing an immediate connection between the two, but my grandmother actually gave me this bracelet for my birthday, and it has a verse from Jeremiah on it, which I love, and I read it every day. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So if I know that the Lord is planning for me and planning my future, then I should be more willing to follow through with things in my daily life and to plan accordingly for things. I have found that prayer is helpful in preventing my procrastination. I pray to the Lord that He give me guidance and help me see what's important in life. And although sometimes I tend to ignore the advice, and I definitely pray daily and just hope for greater focus. And it seems so far to have definitely helped.
I think I definitely procrastinate my faith life. I like to pray before I go to bed, and sometimes I'm just so tired that I'm like, I'll pray in the morning. I'm just gonna go to bed.
I do the same thing. When I'm saying my prayers are for right before I go to bed, and then I lay on my bed for 2 seconds and I'm out.
I know that feeling.
We have to always remember to set priorities.
Organization and focus are also key when completing tasks on a reasonable schedule.
We should also remember our priorities and keep God first in our lives.
His guidance and love can help us to manage the tasks that overwhelm us.
As stated in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, there is a time for everything.
So we should really try to find the balance in our lives and set aside the appropriate time for everything we do.
And we'll have plenty of time to work, play, laugh, love,
and spend time with God and our family.
Are you always putting things off?
Or have you found a good way to prioritize and get tasks done on time?
We'd love to know. Contact us through our website.
The address is www.realfaithtv.com.
Or you can call us at 609-406-7402.
And we'll leave you with these words from St. Vincent de Paul.
God does not hasten His works.
He does all things in their time.
So let us pray so that we too can follow this model and complete our tasks in their time.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time on
Real Faith TV.
God bless.
So Phil, all caught up now?
Nope, I got neuroscience homework now.